Hi, welcome back to Mechanic Garage. Just a quick video, literally a couple of minutes, because all I've been able to do this weekend is get the stereo fitted. But then I can't play any music out of it, so it's pointless watching. I couldn't put any sound on there, but I've basically got the, I'll show you, 90s head unit, Kenwood. The original boxes inside those are a pair of Alpine two-way speakers. These are what I fitted in there anyway, before I put them back in the box, so you can see the Alpine speakers go with the Kenwood stereo, and the Goodmans on the back shelf, so a bit of a proper mix of the 90s. In the back, got the Goodmans shelf mounts. Now, that sounds a lot better than it should. I can't show you, so it was all just wiring up and connecting things up under the dash and everything else. It's actually a lot better than I was expecting it to sound, and a hell of a lot louder, so I might be able to hear it over the exhaust. The other things I've done down here is I've got the choke cable out and the throttle cable out. The throttle cable fits into that linkage there, and the throttle pedal goes across, pulls through, everything routes through underneath the floor. Now, because of the issues I was having with the carburetor side of things, I'd adjusted the throttle linkage so that it came out straight underneath and pulled nice and neatly. This closes sharply, but it never did on the throttle cable, so I'm going to replace it, put a new one on, get a light one that actually works and won't hold the throttle for too long. Choke cable, I don't know if you'll be able to see, that bit there's still connected. There's nothing else here because it's snapped off. Now I took that out, because this is all sprung loaded and quite strongly sprung loaded. I can probably get away with a normal sort of Bowden cable rather than a seal rod like it's got now, because it was push-pull one before, because the original carburetor didn't have any linkage, any return on the linkage, so it was just a push-pull cable rather than a spring-loaded one like it is now. I changed the crank sensor down there. It's made no bloody difference, and I don't know why. The only thing I can think of, just move you in a bit closer, is those teeth on the flywheel, on the trigger wheel, aren't quite the same gap, and the guy that made it said if it doesn't work, bring it back, I'll notch it so they're even. So I might have to send it back to him to do, but I don't understand why it's only just started doing that now. It's been running for 2 years, but it's basically losing the signal. If you watch the rev counter, when it's misfiring and hesitating, and it's always about the same point, it fluctuates, and you can see it sort of bouncing, and as you've seen in the other video, it just loses a spark, and I don't understand why. Change the sensor, it made no difference. I thought it would do, but anyway, it's only a short one because it's my birthday weekend. I've had friends over and not really done a lot. I've got the metal sorted for the subframes for the seats, and I'm going to get those made probably fairly soon because they're pretty straightforward. They'll bolt through the floor and put a cross bracing, which will then support the floor and make it more solid, but I've got to position them so that the seats don't go too back and wipe the seat belts out, but also at the right angle, because there's nothing worse than sitting in a seat and the back of your legs aren't supported and they're uncomfortable. Because I do plan on taking this to Eastern Europe. I would love to take it to Prague. They have a massive show there, Poho Fest, massive Skoda show over four days, and it's mostly all retro stuff like this, and I don't think it's actually in Prague this year, but I want to take it to there, so it's got to be comfortable for long journeys. So all being well, get the subframes made, get the seats in, get the carpets back in, and then cables and everything for the throttle linkage. That's the inside done, that's the stereo in, seats done, all the big jobs like that sorted, and then it's only really suspension and bits left like that to do. suspension and brakes, which, as you've seen before, vented disc conversion on it. I've got bigger wheels and stuff like that, but I'm going to try and make it so that the original wheels will go over the calipers and discs, which excuse me, which will make it still keep a little bit of a sleeper look to it, because I'm sort of losing it all. The more I do, the more things are starting to get a bit too modified for it to be a sleeper. But I want to keep it subtle, keep it looking as standard as I can. I've got a set of track tyres, semi-slick tyres that are road legal, on a set of 15-inch rims that I had machined to fit the hubs. So we're quite a long way into getting everything sorted, and one day it'll just all be the last bits, all click into place, and it'll be finished. So it's only a quick video, like I say, just a quick look round, because there wasn't a lot to see. It was just me with my head under the dashboard for about an hour and a half. It does sound good, take my word for it, because I can't show you. But yeah, and it's amazing how quickly it's gone bloody cold. So I'm going to sign it off here, and I'll catch you later. Catch you in another video. Thank you very much for watching. Cheers.